Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to cover something which is right now on the minds of a lot of people, particularly those who are looking to get placed as MBA graduates. As we know, placement season is just around the corner, and so we'll get into how you can crack the interview to become an associate consultant in one of the most prestigious IT firms within India, that is Infosys. So you can treat this video as a guide, but I would put the disclaimer that it is targeted specifically for MBA graduates who are looking to get into Infosys as ACONs, as we call them, associate consultants. And it's particularly an IT and technology consulting role. So it would deal majorly with the IT industry. Yeah. Now, what does a consultant do? So as the name suggests, you are supposed to be consulted on what? Since this is a technology company, it will be all about new tech, new softwares, new platforms, new ways of enabling various tasks in different industries by making the use of technology, right? So as a consultant, you are supposed to be a jack of all trades and a master of some. Why do I say a jack of all trades? Because you are supposed to be good at maybe Excel, maybe documentation, maybe you will be required to do a little bit of functional testing. Maybe you'll also be required to get into the nitty-gritties of technology with the development team, which is actually doing the technical work, as well as the client side, whom you have to give regular business updates and reports about what is actually going on inside your product. Okay. Master of some, as an Acon, when you go into Infosys, you will be extensively trained on one particular module in the stream or track of your choice. For example, you can be an associate consultant in the enterprise application services unit. Within that, you can specialize in Oracle applications or SAP applications. Within that, you may specialize in any one module. Like in Oracle, you can have distributions and many others. In SAP, you can have SD, MM, FICO. All of this will come to later. Then you have to be a guide. You have to be a compiler. Guide in the sense the people who are working under you as a functional tester or as a documentation point of contact, you can be expected to do a lot of work, and you can have a few people working under you who might not have the same skills as you. You are expected to guide them. You are expected to compile and collate the work done by various teams, right? Basically, you have to be that bridge between what is actually being developed and what is the requirement from the client. If the client wants a software A with maybe 5 specific features, you have to see if what the development team has made till now, it is actually in line with those 5 specifications that have been given by the client. Now, you have to be able to ask the right questions. You have to be able to see whether the right solutions are being implemented. And if not, what are the blockers? You have to address those. Most importantly, you have to be very good at communication. So taking a deep dive into this, what are the various domains for which Infosys recruits associate consultants? So basically what happens, or what has been my experience specifically, Infosys will come to your B school and they will be offering majorly 2 posts. The first one is associate consultant. The second one is senior associate consultant. Which one you are being offered will be revealed to you at the end of the Infosys interview process. It will be maybe 2 or 3 rounds of interview, and you'll get to know that which post you are actually being offered at what salary, right? What you will get to know at the very beginning itself is what unit Infosys is recruiting for. There can be various units, like few seconds ago I told you about EAS, that is enterprise application. So within that you have SAP, you have Oracle, you have various other domains also, like the IVS, data analytics, DNA, cloud infrastructure services, CIS. You also have client relation management, ERP development tools within the MSP DYNX unit. Like this, there are various units which all do different kinds of work, right? You also have a unit dealing with retail and consumer products and goods and logistics. Now, what you have to keep in mind is that whatever unit is being listed down here, it is just an indication of the industry that it deals with. What will remain constant is the technology aspect of it. You will always be dealing with some technological requirement, some service or support requirement from that particular client. Okay. So you have got to be ready to deal with technology on a day-to-day basis. You have to be familiar with the parlance that is used. You have to be familiar with the technology that is used, right? Now, how to choose a domain? Well, there's no fixed rule. What happened when I was undergoing the same process? We took a look at the last year's data. We saw which unit had the maximum vacancies. For me, personally, it was Oracle. Few people had previous work experience within SAP. Few were very excited to work in cloud infrastructure services. Few were also quite excited to work in retail. There's also health, insurance, life sciences. It is not fixed. You'll get to know what units are being taken into consideration, what is being offered for your particular B school, and you have to decide based on that. There is enough information present on the internet. You can also contact your alums, or you can comment on this video as well if you want to know more about a particular unit and what your role within that can look like. Yeah. Now, as an MBA final year, what do you need to do? First and the most important thing is you have got to be thorough with your CV. Whatever are your subjects, typically they will be marketing or operations or IT operations or finance. That is, mota mota sa, it will cover everything. So you have to be you have to be thorough with your work experience where you have worked before. Like I had a batchmate who had earlier experience working on SAP with one of the mass recruiter companies. So that's why that person opted for SAP unit, and that worked for that person. Yeah. You have also got to be thorough with your summer internships. Doesn't matter if you have done a summer internship with an FMCG major, or maybe with a technology company, with an ad advertisement company, with maybe a marketing firm, with probably a company which is into heavy equipment manufacturing. It doesn't matter at all. What matters is the diligence and the depth of your information. Like if any aspect of that summer internship experience is being quizzed about, you should be able to answer what you have done, how you have done it, what are the skills that you have gained from that experience, what did you learn on the job, what were the high pressure situations that you handled, and what it gave you, to enrich you as an individual in the long term. Again, you have to be looking at what kind of responsibilities you have handled in life, how were you in studies, if you were not so good, what were the reasons, what have been your learnings from it. You have to be able to answer every aspect of what is being asked to you, right? In the B school as well, if you have had some positions of responsibilities, you might be some secretary, you might be some shadow member, you might have handled some club or committee. Just go ahead with that. Express yourself and tell them what each of your responsibilities looked like and what you learned from that, right? The most important thing again is to be confident but not cocky. You have to be very, very thorough. You have to be humble as well, because the person interviewing you has already undergone the experiences that you will be having for the first time. Maybe that person is 10 years your senior from your own B school, or maybe that person has spent close to 15 years in the industry. So you have to be mindful of your manners, but not too shy. You have to be mindful of your manners, but not at the expense of your interview, right? You can express your opinions, but you have to be willing to take the feedback that you get on those opinions as well. Okay. Now, based on what we see happening around us, the various business affairs, mergers, acquisitions, business decisions that are being taken. If some company has folded up operations in India, you have to got to know about that. If company has expanded its operations, it can be from any industry, the major ones. They won't be asking you much about any niche industries unless there is something relevant to that in your CV. So yes, you have got to be able to answer about some of the major industries. Like what my interview entailed, I had questions from the auto industry, specifically the auto manufacturing strategy of the Tata Group. Yeah. So how is Tata Motors performing? What are their new vehicles? What are the features that are setting them apart in the market? Besides this, I was asked on my previous experiences about my education as a computer science engineer, about my choice of stream as a marketing specialized student, right? Also, at that time, there was some talk of the government, looking at proposals for making, military training, maybe for 1 or 2 years, mandatory for some of our citizens. I was asked about my views on that. So you have to have an opinion on various things, maybe on all the things under the sun, right? You have to be able to answer questions on international relations, maybe political sciences, maybe some, because everything, everything impacts business, correct? All of you must know about the pestle analysis, correct? So political, environmental, economical, social, technological, each kind of factors have to be perused by you as a potential candidate for this role, right? You don't have to go in that much of a depth, and don't let me scare you into going into, depths which are incomprehensible. But yeah, as I said, you should be a jack of all trades, correct? Also, if you are, being posed as a potential candidate for maybe one of the data and analytics unit, or maybe some other unit which requires some analytical or, shrewd uh, insight gaining skills. So yeah, some simple guesstimation would also work in your favor. So there are various, good students from top tier institutes like IIMs and MDIs and FMS who have, shared a lot of videos on guesstimation, how to, build your approach, how to take approximations. So all that thing will help you. Okay. So that was my short crash course for how you can make it as an associate consultant at Infosys. If this helps you, do let me know. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. If you have any further questions regarding any aspect of what I told you, feel free to reach out to me. You can comment down below. You can also reach out to me at LinkedIn. I'll probably put a link below. So yeah, get connected to me if you have any help that you need. And if you have any questions, any doubts, I'm always here to help you. Again, subscribe to the channel. Share this video with your friends. I had a friend with me in the interviews who was not selected, but who got a job the very next day. But he did give me the tip for the next round, and that did help me to get selected myself as an Acon. So yeah, you can treat this video as coming from the horse's mouth itself. Just like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Thank you. And yes, good luck everyone.